the best at math. Here are some top tips that you will learn in this book. To-do list. We're going to ace the math test, and we're going to outsmart the teacher. Get going. People use math every day, but sometimes math can seem tricky. Don't worry, this book is full of helpful tips to make math easier and more fun. Help! Top tip. The more you use math, the better you'll get. Start by trying to do 15 minutes of extra math a day. Soon you'll be getting better and better. Spot the symbol. There are many signs or symbols in math. Some symbols give you information. Numbers are symbols. They can tell you how many things there are. Other symbols tell you to do something. The plus sign means add. The minus means subtract. The multiplication, the X means multiply. And the divide. I spy. Top tip. Look over your math problems for the symbols first. Test that tip. How many symbols can you spot in this problem? These signs or symbols give you information about something. Greater than, less than, equal to. Top tip. Here is a great way to remember how to use the greater than and less than symbols. Imagine that they are a crocodile's mouth. A crocodile will want to eat the bigger number. Its open mouth will always point that way. Test that tip. Which of these symbols goes between these numbers? Less than, greater than, or equal? Line them up. A number line is a great math tool. You can use it to help you add or subtract. First, you need to find the number you are adding or subtracting from. Then count the numerals away from it to find the answer. 12 add 4 will give you 16. Got it. Test that tip. Use a number line to solve this problem. 12 plus 4 equal, that's right, 16. Top tip. Remember the law of commutation. This means that in addition problems, you can move the numbers to either side of the addition symbol. 15 plus 4 equals 4 plus 15. This makes it easier to use the number line. Use number bonds. Sometimes you'll be asked to add a list of numbers together. It's easier to do this when you can group the numbers that add up to 10. Look at this problem. 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 8 equals. You can pull out the two pairs that add up to 10. 2 plus 8 and 3 plus 7. This makes it easier to come up with the sum of 20. Top tip. Look for numbers that add up to easy to remember numbers like 10 or 20. As you spot the pairs, cross them off. Test that tip. 9 plus 4 plus 1 plus 6 plus 3 plus 7 equal. Don't forget to match the numbers that equal 10. Places, everyone. Remembering place value can make many math problems easier to understand. A 1, a 10, a 100. A 10 is made up of 10 one blocks. A 100 is made up of 10 blocks. Top tip: break down large numbers into hundreds, tens, and ones. If you looked at the number 432, you would see 4 hundreds, 3 tens, 2 ones. Now you're ready to use this in a math problem. Test that tip. 432 minus 10 equal. Punch it up. Sometimes you will need to round off a number. You might round off to the nearest 5, 10, or 100. When rounding off to the nearest 10, look at the final numeral. If it is equal to or higher than 5, you will round it up. If it is lower than 5, you will round it down. Top tip: if you are unsure if you should round up or down to the nearest 10, use your fingers to count. If you have enough fingers to make a fist, it's time to punch it up or round up. Pow! Test that tip. Should you round 54 up to 60 or down to 50? I know you know the answer. Estimate it. Sometimes you will have to estimate or guess how long something might take. One way to estimate is to use grouping. How long? Top tip: grouping numbers can help make big numbers easier to understand. Test that tip. How long will it take you to walk 400 steps? Group the numbers. There are 4 groups of 100. How long would it take you to walk 100 steps? Multiply your answer by 4. Tricks by the number. When you multiply, it can be helpful to remember some rules about different numbers. Top tip: whenever you multiply a number by 2, you are adding that number to itself. 9 times 2 equals 9 plus 9. A number by 5, the last digit of the answer will be either a 5 or a 0. 2 times 5 equals 10. 3 times 5 equals 15. An even number by 6, the product will end in the same digit as the number you multiplied it by. 6 times 2 equals 12. 6 times 4 equals 24. A number by 10, the product will end in a 0. 5 times 10 equals 50. Test that tip. 6 times 2 equals, 5 times 8 equals, 7 times 10 equals. Use your hands. When you multiply a number that's less than 10 by 9, you can use your hands to find the product. Top tip: stretch your hands out in front of you, counting from left to right. Put the finger down that represents the numeral you're multiplying by 9. The fingers to the left of your bent finger represent the first numeral in the product. The fingers to the right represent the second numeral in the product. Test that tip. 9 times 5 equals, that's right, divide and conquer. Here are some rules to remember that will make division a little easier. Top tip: when dividing a number by 2, cut it in half. But remember, you can only divide by 2 if a number is even. When dividing a number by 4, just divide by 2 twice. 44 divided by 4 is the same as 44 divided by 2 equals 22. And then 22 divided by 2 equals 11. Test that tip. 12 divided by 2 equal 24 divided by 4 equal, that's right, you know the answer. Not all division problems can give you a whole number, but here are some simple tricks to discover which will give you whole number answers. Top tip: when dividing a number by 3, first add up all the digits until you get a single digit. If that number is divisible by 3, so is your original number. 32 divided by 3, 3 plus 2 equals 5. 5 is not divisible by 3, so 32 is not divisible by 3. 33 divided by 3, 3 plus 3 equals 6. 6 is divisible by 3, so 33 would give you a whole number. 33 divided by 3 equals 11. When dividing a number by 6, if the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, it will be divisible by 6. 24 divided by 2 equals 12. 24 divided by 3 equals 8. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Test that tip. Is 43 divisible by 3? Is 54 divisible by 6? Study like a pro. Set yourself up to succeed by practicing these tips when you do your homework or study. Top tip: before you get to work, always eat a healthy snack. Go somewhere quiet. Make sure you have all the supplies you need: your textbook, scrap paper, calculator, your timeline, pencils, and erasers. Dream big. Remember, learning math can be useful in many ways as you grow up. You can use it in your job as an astronaut. You can use it when following a recipe for your favorite type of cookie. Studying math is just the first step in a great adventure. Yeehaw!